pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Ader,
Present.
Danny Clark,
Present.
Jason Green,
Here.
Brandon Carrico,
Here.
Mark McAtee, not here. Attorney Steven Severball,
Present.
Clerk Treasurer Lori Carrico, present.
The motion to approve the okay. I know it's very good. I think it's gonna be put out there on its own. On the new business, the road closed on North Street, fire department taking the now. We'll have that posted Sunday. Fire department can be doing things, so basically, North Line Street, over to then blocked off, we got several different fire departments sitting on top. You know, North Street. Uh, then they're on B, local, the public square, street, for the next, the street and something else. One side of the square, and kind of, clearing office. Those not here. Three dumping and three of them. Had a lot of issues there. We, gonna open that up. We're gonna ask you to call and see also we're gonna monitor it. We're gonna have them do the structure and drop it down there. I have to get next month. And we got a lot of people in the drawing, but that will be as fast and stuff like that. So we'll call into the office. See the numbers we got classes. Well, I did not have one. We had a meeting earlier today. We were looking at doing some changes. They've already got their budget set. We got our budget set. So basically, what they're doing is they're just the time that we get back to kind of figure we're looking at several different things that get out of that.
I think not much, productive discussion. Several options out there.
So it's actually.
Yeah. So we had 19 fire calls, and I was talking to a few, and we wanted to kind of break it down a little bit, kind of let you know what they were. We had one that was a 1070 structure, which actually the contractor threw in a siding to get the main power to the building. Did start a fire, but it wasn't the full structure. So we had two vehicle fires. We had one 1050, which was an accident. We had three of them that involved, had three 1050s that involved airbag deployment, no injury. We had one 1050 with injury. We had one traffic control, we had one gas leak call, we had four lift assists, and then we had five special details. Special details just that in the case, whether it's escorts or things that that we do within our department. Medical calls, we had 16. We had three chest pains, five heart attacks, we had a seizure. We had five not feeling well calls, three falls, one unresponsive. One medical call came in and was unable to locate because the person that had it was at the gas station and they left. That it was on their alert system and they were going back home to Bloomington. So we have one trauma call and one alternate mental status. So basically, we had 19 that total of about 35 calls. Before I move further, I think the board, you guys need to make you aware of this. About a month ago, they were doing some work behind Ruler and they killed the power. And when they killed that power, we lost repeaters. Well, repeaters what actually makes our radio work because that's how we get calls. So we really need to address this. I've been in contact with Bo about it. I've been in contact with Andy Ringwald. He's the one that actually went found it because the ham radio is coming off that tower and he lost it. So then he called me and he's trying to figure things out. We got it taken care of for that night. We made some phone calls and basically everything was via phone call if we had an emergency. So everybody was going to be covered and taken care of. But we do need something that either probably a generator and a transfer switch. My suggestion is an automatic. Both things we just do manual. I think automatic that way. Manual we have to run up there and send somebody there. But that's just I don't have any prices or anything because we just started discussing this a little bit. Bo's been on vacation, so but we do have backup plans so we get that if it ever goes down again. It was on a battery backup. I believe it was what Andy was trying to explain to me, but for something being down a long period of time, we thought if the go battery is going to be bigger, I would suggest the generator. And one more thing, we'll be doing sidings around here probably this month. And it looks like we're probably purchasing probably sometime in 2025. So I don't know if that's something you want to try to pay for now with some of the money that's here on the lowest, or wait till. I just want to give you a heads up for that. Okay.
Other than that, for First option.
We opened that up there for a long time. Fire department.
Greg Rasco was, he had a, I guess a pacemaker replacement. So they had to put it in. I don't have any of it. I'm trying to get hold of family stuff.
So I'm gonna bring up first option, Mark two to be. We got input with the, probe down by six, report those people. Include his wife, the first, that's, I like it, include, that's, so, they just get it back. Thanks for listening to Billy. Good. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the order and.
Mayor Rader, Carol Rahill,
Here.
Dave Smith,
Here.
Mike Engelman, Jeremy Holland,
Here.
Holland, sorry. Mark McAtee, not here. Attorney Stephen Teeterball, and Clerk Treasurer Lori Turco.
Aye. Motion to approve claims.
Aye.
I think that, other than paving we done this week. Meeting around, maybe more on the highway. No paving will be done. I hope it next week will be, next year we've got. About $800,000 in paving. Country Point Five, we're waiting on a permit for a review of what's going on up there. More after down there. What are we moving on? Under new business. Yes. Well, moving forward. All these things about stop everything. I know that. But I've heard through the grapevine that you did put we gotta get one more, we gotta get one more easement up there. And on that property. We will see if we have a good back to it. We'll wait on that. I've heard through the grapevine that it's gonna happen. Hopefully we can get it. We hired, we job the person that all that is through us. We can do it. You're a contract. Top two items. Well, the problem is these are the needs of the side. That's what that starts with. This is something new. We are gonna get it worked out. Under new business. What were you going to say?
Yeah, the city currently, we right now have 4 credit cards for the city to use. And the total credit limit on all 4 is like $2,000. We're running into some issues where there's a couple of them that are shared by various departments. So if one department uses a lot of that credit limit in a month, then by the time our payment gets there, it's locking, it's keeping it from everybody else being able to make purchases. Our credit cards never run a balance. We pay them in full every month. It's just the timing of when we get the bill and when they get the payment and that sort of thing. We've talked to the bank and asked them if we could get more credit cards so each department has their own. So if the police department, they have their credit card, if it's full from their purchases, then they're just going to have to, wait patiently. But if it won't be a matter of everybody using like 1 or 2 of them. Plus, we don't have any credit cards with large amounts. So if there's ever an online purchase we need to make, that would save us money by doing it with a credit card. We don't have any that have a large. So right now, they all have $2,500 of all. Which if there's ever, a larger something, if someone needs a larger purchase, if somebody needs to make something larger with a credit card, we can't do that. So that's just an idea of what we dropped to the bank, but then we can do that. They did that. It was good. So, again, we don't ever hold a, we don't carry a balance from month to month. I mean, it's no different than us writing a check for these purchases. Um, it's just a credit card. So many things now are done online, and yeah, also you don't actually want to take a check, even if it's from a state. So, just need to have your approval to allow us to go ahead and expand on these credit cards so that they will be kept in my office. They will be checked out, sort of so to say, so we can keep track of who has them, who's spending on them, that they're not overdoing their limit and that sort of thing. So there will be some safeguards in there. They just can't go out and just use them necessarily. But we did need to have some things in place because it's been an ongoing problem the entire year I've been here. Since I've had it here. Private.
So who has the 4 cards now?
Right now, the mayor has one, Bo has one, and then the other 2 stay in my office.
So this is projecting that what you want the new balances to be on these cards?
And like I said, they wouldn't the smaller ones aren't going to change. I mean, it's going to be, same amounts. We run into trouble sometimes with if you have conferences and travel, a lot of hotels or things like that. They'll get you tax exempt, but you have to use a city payment. You can't, like, I can't go pay for my hotel when I go to conference or training with my check or my credit card and still be tax exempt. I have to be a city type of payment, and a lot of them prefer credit cards over checks because you can book them online. You can, that sort of thing. So.
I see 2 on here, both City of Lagodi for $2,500.
Those would be the ones we would use for like the travel. It would just be, we don't know, we wouldn't necessarily know who. I mean, we would know when they got checked out because we know who had them, who used them. We just wouldn't know. We wanted them to be more generic so that they could be used.
What's the difference between Mayor's office and Mayor Bryan?
Mayor Brian's really the one he keeps with him. He uses for travel. He uses for his,
Right.
his city expenses. The office one is for Amber to be able to use their office supplies, or if they need, that sort of thing. And right now, she currently doesn't have one. I mean, she doesn't have one. Like I said, the 2 in our office that are a total of 5,000. That's used by police departments, used by the fire department, sometimes used by Justin, used by the water department because they send off samples in to go pay at the post office for postage, things like this. And we run into, it's used by Amber. It's used by, a lot of people. So when you get a lot of people using those, it tends to get bogged down because, and they're not overspending. It's not like anybody's doing large, purchases. It's just when you start doing a lot of little things on the cards, and
But it comes out of their budget.
Yes, and it comes out of their budget. They can't spend over what's on their budget. It's not like this is not giving them additional permission to say, hey, we're
Right.
giving you an extra whatever to spend. It has to stick them out of their budget. They have to have the money in their budget to be able to use that, to use that and spend it.
You got one here for City Council.
It would
I
just,
didn't know that was even a thing.
it would just be, like I said, that would be, I figure if we're the one I have set aside for larger purchases, and I figured you guys would want to be more in the know. Of those, if there's a larger purchase, usually you are going to be the ones approving that. Or if any of you go on training, there's more of you. So if 2 or 3 of you went to training, then you'd have the larger balance there to pay for the hotel, pay for what you need to pay for. any of that can be tweaked. That was just my kind of ramblings at the time, thinking these numbers would work and wouldn't need to be changed again anytime soon. They should be, fairly large enough to where if, a purchase beyond those amounts, we need to find a way to do it, maybe by check or something like that.
The only one I kind of question is the amount from the city council. A little bit. There's always money in there if we need something. I don't guess we have to use it.
The ones highlighted were, for my reference, they're the ones we already currently have, kind of. I mean, I sent those to that list to the bank saying, we already have 4 of them and those dollar amounts. These are the additional ones we need. So, we checked a history of both, and he's never gone over, because that's what we look to see, the history on his. His has never been over past that
What about
amount.
what about the police department, fire department? That's not a whole lot. Eric, 2,500.
Well, police,
Okay.
Justin, I think Justin has
Shall we
used
do
it.
the Amazon one?
Yeah, he uses
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he uses for his Amazon stuff and
Okay.
some of his medical supplies and stuff. Yeah, Justin is the one
I
that
do
comes
remember
in.
some Amazon coming through, and I paid that much.
Yeah,
That really came out of our budget.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So a lot of the Amazon purchases.
Everybody write down 25.
Chief, is 2,500 good on your card?
Right now,
Um,
sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of, we kind of go in with office supplies and things like that. The only issue that we may have, next year is when, Clark and I go to the travel, for most likely.
And see, ones like that, it's the higher limit ones, like that council one.
Yeah.
They could take that one to use that one because it would be a larger. I mean, we still have the money; it's in there. It's just we need a card that has a higher limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean something. That's yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's funny, we've never exceeded that, since I've been here.
Aye.
Next line on this, it says courthouse. Let's keep this in the forefront. About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we had a so-called meeting. Invited, to the call, a conference that we set up to the guys, he was the one from the state for not inviting us to the table. I was informed it was not a mistake. The meeting was just a good way to set the time because we're not looking at anything other than no downtime with that. But however, we invite one of our county people. They know where I stand. I've been very forward on it. And I'm not for this range. The community's not for this range. It's down in most of the time, I think, not for the youth range. And we'll keep trying to get upgrades to the existing people that are doing it. backlash, I shouldn't say backlash, but they bring it, even if 10, 15 years down the road, they say, I see things like this. But if it does go around the road, it's still go, it's so much down in the hole. And you can't afford that, I mean, very wasteful on that. And if the food walk on it, looks like it goes, wasteful. So, even though everybody thinks that it's just here too, I can tell you right now, it's still looking good there. Even the landowners and property owners, people who need to be voiceful on it, and put together. And they're gonna come after it, the property owners, they got a lot of money to pay this fund. Actually, it's doing 69, that's all we have to do right now. And they do it here too, and there's a lot of things going on, even in the safe side, they have options. And I just want to make sure that public things is going on. They can find money, I saw them this first time, we got this today. That's 67 miles away. So, I just want to give an update, you know, we were not offering to the table this year. The city was not offering the table, however, the county official is, and it affects us more than the city, although it does affect the whole council, or the county as a whole. That's where we're at, we just need to work together and let our voices be heard. And really make it overmoving. Keep that nice piece of that one for that. Just a second, trying to get it done. I mean, we like this, strong, national, whoever, those are your decisions. We'll give it up anyway. Next item, budget adoption. Okay, here we go. This is the final adoption of the budget.
The only question I had is, we talked about the, you build in 3% in the budget for raise, the water salaries.
Right.
You say?
Right. There is money built in there for a raise. We do not have, we cannot, that's of course a decision for you guys to make when we do our salary and wage ordinance. You will decide if you want to give that, how much of that you want to give. But it is in there. If we don't spend it, if we don't give the raises, it will be an appropriation we don't spend. If we spend it, we're already set and ready to go instead of having to make any additional appropriation.
Yes, it's part of the salary.
Yeah.
It doesn't accept it. How do you can adopt it?
Yes, that's a whole different, different document. I will be getting that ready hopefully in the next week or so. The different options, if you want 2%, if you want 3%, that sort of thing. That way you can see what the number's going to look like before we make a decision. You make a decision, not me. So this decision tonight does not affect that at all. I mean, you're not saying yay, nay, anything on an actual raise or not a raise. You're just saying that budget we've prepared is good with you.
Well, you had on the 16th, on your right, the budget.
Yeah.
Putting on the only thing here.
Yeah.
There's no public input at the board. I'm very comfortable with that. You're going to be about a couple of minutes. But I will put us out there.
Well, that's the last time. Well, they don't want to make a motion to approve the,
I'll make a motion.
favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda, update on the water fountain. As we know, the water fountain is basically not working correctly. So, especially out of downtown, what they're trying to do is make it cheaper for last. Night was walking around and fountain didn't have any water in it, maybe half an inch or something of that, but it hadn't had any rain anywhere. I got the pictures here. It actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that leak. And all around the base. So this weekend at the base, I'm not going to get that field. Membrane. We've got a couple options here. I think the rest of the part. You can tear it apart. And then the week you can break it up, break it do a home. Get the water. And tear it apart, get this kind of pop and loop. What are you going to do if you're not doing it? No, I mean, it's after that. You know, we got to eat it this time. I do have a price that has taken down, big, new, I don't have it right, I can verbally do it in 3 points now. On top of the that is we're in a situation as long as we do, as long as we don't. It's not working, it's not right. It's a issue we have. Well, the problem, the other problem is the wind is in there. But what it is, it blows out 50
I think what started out, when I first installed it, like you said, it's never had water. Not going to get one, they never had water, you could drink them, the cafe, the concrete, and it is the wind and the food, concrete, and all of that.
So there's talking there, but it's just, I think it's what we do, it's rough, you know. So we gotta decide what we're gonna do with this, we're going to tear it down, rebuild it where it's at, fix it, move it, move it, do it, you want a little bit, use the side, fix it, concrete. Well, come back to a little small town.
That's fine. You talk to the fountain. The grant, maybe, on,
Well, I understand that, but I mean, I don't think it's.
have you talked to
I'm
them?
not too very,
Before you do it, I think.
I can check this, so I personally don't feel like there is, it's gonna be, it's gonna be something.
Oh, I understand. Like I said, because the grant was paid for downtown where we have to follow the grant. So if you wise, probably they talk to the foundation. If you
I didn't know what the grant was about.
I'm just saying.
I can do that, I don't believe it, we gotta figure out what we want to get on the phone now. We can start down there, so if there is gonna be moved, whatever you look like, trying to do is. They're not gonna do that. So, here's the bottom line, we're stuck with it. We need good fit. Get it behind us.
The other problem is the schools. If I agree on one of them,
I don't know if we'll ever get over that.
that's what I'm talking about, the wind. But if you move it down there, you're gonna have to get some money down there because you have.
Well, and there's some things we can do down there to help offset some of that. And maybe we have to take one layer off the top. I was asking for some input from you guys. What it has to be, it's so close to saying that way, we really, really good. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'd like to see at least a couple of quotes so we know exactly what. Who did it? Maybe you don't say, but so as is, it can't be fixed. It has to be moved even to be fixed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Say, $40,000. So we got 40,000, is that including the concrete, plumbing, the rest of it?
We're not covering that. That's interesting.
these people who gave the quote, do they come look at it? Or, I mean, I'd like to have something to compare to it. I mean, 40,000, a lot of money for this. I agree it needs to be dealt with, but if we can do it cheaper, fine. If not, we'll do what we have to do because it's got to get fixed. I don't know if moving it down to the pavilions. I mean, it's going to stay to be an eyesore up now. It's going to be an eyesore down there, but I just like to get another quote so we can compare the price. That's just my view.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. No, you got something you want to say, speak? You have something, or
Oh, you gotta get the picture.
yeah?
Yeah, I talked with, public, with the housing project. And, the line where they won't be here, whatnot, but the other day. They're, short term, and really long term, they're affected that development. I know I talked about what percentage of county would residents who qualify for the different zones for 3 years. And the quantity that qualify, they get a motion in that sector that is driving them to lose their I'm just concerned about what kind of I've been on staying here and it's been years after that, those 2 years. It's all this rolling.
I'll just say that you and I we've talked, and I know you talked to Mike as well. And when we, all of us up here, we've met with these developers numerous times. We're digging into it with a fine tooth comb. The chief's been involved in the discussions. All of us up here. I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag. If it's going to be a public meeting, go ahead, man.
October 24th, there will be a public meeting at 5:30. Come in, ask questions about it. I guess, Keith, I asked you where you were at, and where you stayed after we sat down and talked to the developers. But I'll tell you right now, Keith and I, we've had many, many, many very strong conversations on this. And he was adamantly 1,000%. We met with the developer, he literally grilled the developer. I would come back from the event, I was on the phone with him for over an hour, and actually got back in time to see him. But he literally grilled the developer 20 minutes. And I'm not saying the person has easy questions. He was like, okay, this is where I'm at, okay? Keith, I'm gonna let you go on with what you found out, what you learned, and
So let me preface, the mayor is my boss. So I'm appointed by the mayor, but we had some pretty strong disagreements with this thing. And I was 1,000%. I just have a lot of reservations. I've been to Haiti, so it was, I had a military force with me. Right? So, but after meeting with them, I'm not 100%. Don't misunderstand. I'm not 100%. However, I'm probably 70% right here. Uh, there's some things that need to be worked out. But let me tell you, when I first met him, I didn't even shake his hand. That's how loud he was, right? But you could have two gentlemen at the meeting that, I had some pretty inflammatory, I guess, questions. And what he answered seemed to be very reasonable, and they fit in line with the law. The only issue that I do in fact have is uh, the sorry, the how- Fair Housing Act, thank you, the Fair Housing Act.
You know, there's some verbiage in there that really doesn't protect us, per se. So, and I read it for them, so I'm gonna come back, actually, I'm supposed to meet with them, I think, yesterday, or Friday, I don't know, I'm not making that. So, and I couldn't make it, but, I was working. So I couldn't, we had a meeting with him on Friday to ascertain what his, uh, responses were to their house. Because that kind of leaves us open a little bit. Uh, And there is some jargon in there that kind of concern me in terms of the repercussions on who goes into those departments. So but I've really turned the corner. So I was about, in fact, I even told the mayor, I said, you know, I told him I was gonna stay as long as he's here. However, the new department I just told was coming in, I told him, I'm through the great ground. I'm selling my house, my wife and I have already looked at, camper vans just to drive. So just to drive around the country, all that. I mean, that was happening. Because I know property values go down as these types of things, I think we get into that. But more and more, I think I'm coming more and more.
It'd be a good opportunity for me to kind of like, if somebody like to break out areas where we can do that, so,
Where will that be? Is that gonna be here? No, here? Okay. 24th, 25th?
it's on the third.
That's 24th. Okay.
So, on that, I would look at it and qualify for the tier level.
He has all the figures that they have now.
He's got that, and I told us, and then, we just had a lot of information that night. I know one of the questions the chief had, you know, can we put in the language, you have to be a citizen, you know, so that's something we can't have, that's one of the requirements, that you have to be a legal citizen. To go into the house.
But Taylor Griffith really is actually not a president of the Coyote greater area. There's a lot of requirements on those houses to be able to get access to the housing. But what the company selling, a year or two later, what's happening?
We can't do that because it's going to be, more, whatever, taxpayers, they cannot do it, you don't, own it, system,
You accept the letter that company
it's
pulls those requirements.
So I can ask him about that, right? And I can ask him, what happens, what happens if you die? So how will that, so then will be turned over to, you know, how's that? And actually, he didn't have an answer for that. His answer was, that's kind of like, quote, it's kind of like, why don't you bring that up with my wife after that week? So I think, like I said, there's some things in there that need to be worked out, and how that would happen is something that has to fit. Now, as the mayor said, that he can't just sublet it out, and he cannot release it to anyone else. However, what happens to him, because he's so he has no conglomerate behind him. So if that's an issue, right, if something happens to him, how does that entitle him? One form, who it goes to. So that's something the mayor's working on.
I believe that the way it's set up is, when something good happens, couldn't do it. The development, whoever we come in and still have to appeal it and advise that it's going to tell us that's place. Still not going to go, just sell it off to any random, you know, and that's what costs us.
It's all on the management side of things.
he's going to be the sole owner. It's going to be his project, and we asked him, and he wants to do more projects. So obviously, and this is kind of gave me a little bit of relief. He's going to do his very best to make this right, to keep it up, not let it get run down, that sort of thing. Because if he wants to put one in Bloomfield, let's say, they're going to call the mayor's office, and the mayor's going to say everything they said they would do, they've done. It's been good. Or if it's not, then you know, we give him a bad report. So he's going to do everything that way.
He's sure that every one of us, well, we got his phone number, he's got some phone number. I mean, very open, straightforward. And, like Steve said, if he thinks he's got some questions on it, Southern Union 24.
Spread the word and show up. We want input from everybody.
Even if people
Nope.
don't want to ask questions, you can at least show up and hear the factual side of it, because he talked about, we had a question about the issue of your tax statement. Under these programs, a city is obligated under the law to compensate 10% of this project, which is about 14 million. 15 of your tax statement pays that obligation. In addition to what the tenant cost. He has sought and supposedly been granted additional funding to put in a walking trail, a park, pickleball court. The daycare center was part of the original project.
And that was all part of it. The building management to make that's the building section and have a lot more on it, stuff like that.
And they would totally develop that down there. Because one of my concerns was the way it looks now, it's up there in 40 years not used for it. So I said, we're going to plant these buildings in there behind all the way. No, he told us, didn't he? He's going to totally develop that entire area. He said it would be an enhancement to the community that would raise housing values, not decrease it. And the fact that he told us he's the sole owner of this, it's his. The way he explained it to us, you think I'm going to bring something in that's going to turn the community, tarnishes my ability to do these projects going forward. Now, the data you asked about, the average income, according to Jessica Fox ran the numbers he did too. In Martin County, the average income for working family there is 65,000. In the building, it's 46. It fits the structure. It's not low income housing. It's working family median income housing for working families. And it's a very strong benefit. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just telling you what we were told. This meeting that we had on the 24th, people need to come, don't want to ask questions, at least good practice towards the committee. They won't know anything within November, whether they're going to qualify for this project, but all points are indicating that they will. And the final decision rests right here. We're not going to make a decision that's going to recognize the community by bringing in something that's going to hurt us. We have to be convinced that this is a positive thing before we'll do it.
Be the first one that he owns outright. Yes. Yeah, he's worked on a couple. Carmel, maybe Westfield. Yeah.
We have a very, very large fleet of houses. Or, but for that income. And the other thing about it is,
So, well, he was with the corporation before he
they did one at Seymour that they were involved in, and we went to look at it, Mike and I, and it was fairly impressive what we saw. They didn't have a daycare center. It really wasn't much of a park like they plan on putting here. Um, Again, it's I'm 50-50 right now. I'll be honest. I don't know. I mean, after the public meeting, I'm going to see what the public has to say.
The other part of that is it's not, they're not defined for a person who lives for a very long time. Right? So their expectancy for someone to live there maybe a year, and a half, 2 years, because if they're gonna have the resources there, that how many people have dental protection? How many people do other resources to train you to get a better job or school? They're gonna have stuff like that set up there so they can help people be more progressive in their life. There's a lot of things that are offering up there. And have a lot of things. Union and have that resource there so that people can get trained and help the rest of them live. If they don't want to live in there the rest of their life, they want to help them succeed, they want to get a better education and live life and research.
I would recommend the council reaching out to some of those other cities where you have passed through and see if they have any.
We did at Seymour. We talked to the mayor. We talked to the building inspector. They were all very positive. Now, I think they're building one at West Baden. Is that right?
Other companies like that.
Yeah.
One, two more, three, four times the size of the people. A lot of, it was a nice property. We asked them a lot of questions and they were sitting here. We said of all the complex projects they have over there, this was the best. Because they had zero law enforcement issues. People live there, working families. They're not. Some of the other projects they have in Seymour are what you call the problem people, where it's said law enforcement has to go all the time. You see, this project is managed a lot different. They have an on-site manager. This one would be on-site maintenance. So it's basically going to be 24/7. Someone's going to be at this facility in some fashion. 50 units is all we're talking about. But for this project, we're still gathering information. And we're all like you, we're have concerns too. We do not want to see this be a disaster because it's on us. So we're not going to make a mistake, hurt like this.
Please come to the meeting. Bring your family, friends on the 24th. A little less than 2 years. Yeah.
Well maintained. There's no garbage. The site is right across the elementary school. And there's the dumping site. What you told us, we cleaned it all up and developed it. Never, but that was the other thing. It's like we knew that it was done, so we went over there. So if we have to be convinced to, this is the way.
But I appreciate what the council has done and asking questions and wanting to get things stuff like that. They have done and continue to do the due diligence. We all believe it's going to be in the best interest of the people to go together. Do whatever that we don't for the rest of the people. I think it's a good idea.
I got one. My understanding was, we talked to the person, we had an opportunity to clearly know the stable, I got the hours, in one meeting about water. And they all talk. So he's been working on water towers for over 40 years. He knows the inside and out.
He and I did not connect this last.
Well, you had a meeting set up, and you were ordered, you went to breakfast, right? before the
Well,
meeting.
we didn't have master time set up.
No, yeah, you did.
You said sometime
10
after
o'clock.
9 or 10 o'clock, and every,
And,
so,
and you got a phone call saying that he was in the office. And then they said, I'm on vacation, he doubled his schedule, to meet with you, he could told you,
well,
Where to
we'll
find the
find grant,
grant.
we could meet anytime, if we need anything like that.
Well, he's on vacation. And to offer the city of Lagonia that kind of space, and somebody thought they just wanted to breakfast. And that's what you did. And you got a phone call from your citizen, and he told him, he said, I'm here to spend 15. More breakfast is more important than sitting outside saying, I do have a letter, I'm gonna pass out everybody from you, so they know what took place. I think it was bad on you to couldn't give us breakfast, and you was already scheduled at 10 o'clock.
So I will say, if you try to meet with all every other company, and I got all respect for Wilson, okay? We did not connect.
But I mean, he had grant information that helps the city of Lagonia with our water, which they do need to
Well, our
have.
problem with our water system right now, we didn't even qualify for any of the SRS funding. And about that today.
I said, he had so much information to give you, and you just was not. That's the way I feel about it, that's what he feels about it. You know, when you say you're gonna be at 10 o'clock, that's not 15 minutes. And to me, that was wrong. Say thousands of dollars. And down the road, it's gonna be a lot more. If he has all this information, he does what all this, he does overseas, does it for the government. Who knows what he does? You know, other staff people don't say that either. Well, you wanna contact me or, yeah? I did cut off the email, this and that. You like,
Motion again. All in favor?
oh, you brought.
I think that, social media, that's what the current thing was. He was there, the guy was here. No, I'm talking, this? I mean, on the car. No, I was talking about what this meeting is gonna be held on the 24th. Oh, the 24th. I haven't signed anything yet.